What is good? What is happening, everybody? My name is C.
And my name is Notion.
Welcome to episode 31 of Bad Habits of Podcast. It is Monday, back on the 8 p.m.-ish grind. Nosh, you good?
Ish. I'm good, mate. How you doing?
Splendid. Not as injured as I was. Dan, how are you doing?
Good. Injury-free.
Yes.
Dan is injury-free. Nosh, are you injury-free?
Injury-free.
That's what the fuck I want to
yes,
hear.
I'm injury-free. That's a round of applause.
I'm getting a round of applause right there. Come on, sorry, President.
Chuck it up. Yep. Off to a great start. Well done, guys. Well done.
You know what I'm saying?
Good show.
You know, I was able to clap. I had a full bruise from like here all the way down, so you couldn't clap. I couldn't like grab shit. So now I was able to
from the
clap.
wanking injury?
Yeah, I was belting it, bro. I was fucking belting
yeah, full, just fanging it, just smashing
just
it, dude.
giving it a fucking go.
Sorry to bring a funny to your injury, mate.
It's
but
okay.
It just felt like it was appropriate to chuck it in there.
It's been a week and a half now, so I can definitely laugh at it. I'm not as I was super sensitive early on.
Okay, sweet.
But now we can make all sorts of fun. This evening's THC beverage. Yeah, man, shit hurt like a fuck. This is, I don't know why, I've got it on manual setting and I can't make it any darker. So this one is also by this brand. I think it's called Little Victories or some shit. And it's this time it's limonene and sparkling House of Terpenes. I'm sorry. So remember last week, if people paid attention, it was Myrcene.
Limonene?
Limonene.
Limonene.
So you know how we were talking about terpenes, right? Last week?
Yeah.
And the one I had was called Myrcene. This is limonene. So apparently the Myrcene is in mangoes. You know how you have mangoes before you smoke or whatever? Oh,
yeah.
You got some.
I heard that.
Yes. And it gives you a...
enhances the
correct.
eye.
So apparently lemons do... I'm not sure if it's enhanced in some shape or form. So this now has lemon.
I like that.
This is 5 milligrams. The last week was pretty good. Like I like the mellowness. Dylan was saying it's the most expensive way to get high. He is correct. Dylan is in smoke well.
With your bougie ass, that's nothing's off limits, is it?
Yeah,
mate.
I am fancy as fuck. Tell us what you're drinking.
Front on
the old bevos.
I'm drinking Avling's Salieri, which is their Vienna lager. It's a delight.
Was great. Yes, Avo comes through.
Super good. Yeah. In the colder days, it really, really is a nice way to have a light drink that's still got some body to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Perfect fall.
You know
fall
what I'm
bevo. I know exactly.
But yeah, it's a good fall beer for sure.
Yeah.
It's a cold afternoon, cold evening.
Nice.
It's a minus kind of day in Toronto here. Sunny though.
Yeah,
delicious day, but she's cold.
Yeah, right. Nippy. I mean, it's one of those cock tease days where it looks sick, but it's fucking
nippy
hot
garbage
tease. Outside.
That's what it is.
Nippy cock tease. I guess it was. No, I think it was -3. Feels like -8, -9 here.
Is that an episode name? Nippy cock tease? Or could we do that as a working title?
Yeah, I'll write it.
Throw that out there.
I'll write it.
I know it's not going to stick. I'm just going to throw it.
You know what? I'm doing it. Nippy cock tease.
Let me throw it.
Being
Thanks,
added
dude.
in.
Nippy cock tease.
It feels like -8 here. Are you guys that low?
Could be an AKA.
AKA Nippy cock tease. Fucking hell. Imagine trying to explain that to people and they're like, what the fuck is that? I'm not too sure what the deal with cussing in podcast episode titles yet.
Titles? Probably not good, eh?
Yeah, I mean,
for the searching.
Yeah, I wonder if you get
ban swearing hashtag. I've seen that they ban swearing hashtags. I'm
correct.
Probably sure they'd ban a swearing title.
Maybe because it comes up
just
everywhere.
Common sense.
No, yeah. I mean, you're right. I agree with you. That's why I'm like, as much as I'm down for whatever, and we cuss our asses off here. Like I'm like, is it okay to do that? I could put
let's spell it
you put Nippy and
no
the zero.
Yeah.
There'll be other ones.
No one's going to search the fucked up spelling. So
that's also true.
Anyway, fun to talk about.
Good stuff.
My fault.
Cock tease.
Let's go.
What else are we gonna? So this evening we got a bunch of topics. Obviously, we've got the what's it called? Guaning. I know why I'm having a blank. The fucking the what do you reckon? The new music.
Verses. Oh, what do you
reckon? The verses. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the new verses stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. I'm just trying to bring up my thing in the background here, and I was distracted whilst I was looking for it. There he is. All right.
It's okay, mate.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff. There's a bit of music news that I've seen that's interesting that went down this week. Can you hear me? Okay, everything just totally froze.
Of course I can hear you, yeah.
No, everything, my whole computer just froze, so I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, that's never a fun feeling.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's like when you're on in a car and you go over a hill and then like you go like kind of like 0G, like an airborne for a second and you eat your balls. Yeah. And you're like, oh shit, and then you go back to, is that like one of those?
A little bit. I was like, oh no, not
But you weren't moving.
Like, I froze, but all I did was scroll down the fucking, what's the thing? The Notes app, and then the whole shit froze. Is that what it takes?
But you didn't feel like you were eating your balls, though?
Mildly, just a little bit of bone nibbling, just a touch. Just a little touch. Oh, Shawnee's in the building.
Okay.
Best podcast out there.
How you going?
Okay, do you know what happened?
What
Okay, I know exactly why. I accidentally clicked on the notification that came up, and then when I'm playing a YouTube video, it made everything shit itself. That makes way more sense. But yeah, shouts to Sean. Everything. Is there any like news? Everyone's good. Nothing to talk about before we get into it. Dan, you're good. You're loving the Frozen. Dan's still excited about the cold.
Yeah,
loving the Frozen. Have you done a snow angel yet, dude?
No, not yet. I was going to, but then
that takes some length. You need some pause. You need some depth on the snowfall. Yeah. You can't just like piff yourself on the ground with no snow. It's gonna hurt.
It's kind of weird.
I'm waiting.
You have to get at least like a foot or two of fluff.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a big snow day. When there's a big snow day, then I'll be out there making more.
We'll do them in Toronto, maybe if it's snowing that bad in a few weeks.
I'm happy.
Have you guys been having much snow, or is it kind of like?
No, mate. We had like had flurries and then a couple of days of actual dumps, but they weren't crazy. And then it wasn't cold enough to stick, and then it rained and washed it all away. So, for the most part, nah.
Okay. Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
Fuck all that noise, and even though I understand.
Pretty much.
I understand when you're fresh, you want to see that shit. And at the same token, I'm going to be real, I would like it to be a white Christmas. Like, that is, like, it's really whack when the fucking...
It's rare. Well, wait, do you guys always have white Christmas?
No. There's been so many years. I would say half the year. We've been here 10 years, so I would say probably half the time.
Sometimes it snows in November, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it snows in...
Yeah.
Like in May.
Christmas, sometimes
type of shit. Exactly. It's so inconsistent.
In UK, we never really have white Christmas. It's usually sunny as hell as in Christmas.
Really?
It's usually sunny as hell every Christmas for us.
Chuck a snag on the Barbie weather.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe not quite.
Maybe not. But it's freezing, but it's just sunny as well. Because like you look outside and you think it's summer, sort of thing.
Yeah, I hate that. Such a cock tease. Yeah, but it's definitely much nicer if there's a white Christmas anyway. So hopefully that will be. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to jump into. Everything is blessed. Man's is healing. I forgot to tell you, last night I posted a complete opposite podcast. So the BOS stuff, I posted Rorschach, and then they hollered at me to get me some more of the smoothie sours because they were fire. So I spoke to Maddie last night. We're going to get them on.
Yeah, they were good, eh? Yeah.
So that was really good. Thank you.
Yeah, dropped in, saw him the other day.
Yeah, he mentioned. He said, yeah, Brad's a legend. Always comes through. Man's is repping. Forgot to text you to that today.
Boom.
So, what do you reckon this week is on Notion? So I'm going to play the theme song, which is just the... What do you reckon?
What do you reckon?
Love it.
All right, well, fuck, I'm just going to jump right into it. So I'm just going to go in reverse order. I don't know why I'm doing that or even telling you. So here we go. So if you had to rock with one genre of music for the rest of your life, no pun intended, by the way, what would you choose and why? If you had to listen to one genre of music for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Daniel?
Whatever you'd consider future genre as
melodic rap.
Yeah,
I would say.
I'd go for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say they just recategorized that. Yeah. Melodic rap.
I only learned that last week.
Oh, wow.
Because of the nominations, right?
Because of the Grammys. Yeah, which is the best way to do it. So
we all learnt some new lingo.
We did, right? And why?
Yeah. Okay. Do you think it's good?
I think it's good.
Just to sub off that, is it a good category?
I think it's good.
Is that a good name? Are you happy with it? What's your thoughts?
I think melodic kind of implies because you get Future.
Singing.
Yeah, but you get Future on like Life Is Good, and you get Future on like I don't know, like more of a singy song like Hallucinations. But it's like melodic to me. I would associate with someone like Juice WRLD, but then it's like I don't think Future's anywhere similar to Juice WRLD at all. No. But then.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's quite difficult. He's in...
Juice was like emo rap, though.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's a very interesting one. But that was just off the dome, but now I need to think about it because I feel like...
Because, like, could you handle that forever? You try and be at your wedding day and then walking down the aisle to, like, March Madness or something?
Oh, I probably could. Probably March Madness. I wouldn't mind. So
that would be a vibe, wouldn't it?
That would be a vibe.
It would be a different kind of wedding.
It would be a very different kind of wedding.
Everyone would be done.
Some people in Brampton have already done that.
Yeah,
I've seen some videos, not even trying to be a dickhead. I've seen some videos on the old Instagram, and people have come down the aisle to the most fucking stupid tunes. And the whole wedding is absolutely lit, because they're obviously same age,
right.
or they invited just their high school or their college or their hood or their, area or whatever. Just like some people absolutely fuck up to those crazy tunes at weddings. So I don't know, that might be good.
Interesting.
Depends on the invitation list, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it genuinely does. I don't think Auntie Cheryl's going to be enjoying that too.
Auntie
She'll be very happy.
Kicking her heels off.
Right? Like, hey.
I don't know. She might.
Did you know why? Did you want to say why? Do you want to think about it a bit? We'll come back. Why would you want to hear that forever? Which feels to me like I guess all music to a degree. It feels like it's a time capsule. Like I don't know if it's going to be.
It's not
going to continue on. It might not though.
If it's melodic rap, then 100%, yeah, I understand. But then I need to categorize what Future actually is in certain music, because there's certain songs where obviously like Life's Good. What would you put that in terms of Future's verse? Is that straight? That's straight melodic rap as well, you think?
That's melody.
Yeah. Sometimes he has trap beats, sometimes he has more soulful kind of beats, but they're still kind of along the more leaning towards the trap stuff, but he doesn't always rap on them. He kind of sings on them, and then occasionally it's just he's a mix up, but it's really
I think the variety I'd get with Future, and he's not Future specifically, but that type of music, because you can get people rapping on it straight, you can get people kind of singing on it, so it's kind of one genre for multiple vibes. So I feel like it can tick multiple boxes for me. Because if it was like, I don't know, like gangster rap, I can only be listening to really like aggressive music. But if it was R&B's sick, but then there are certain times where I wouldn't necessarily want to just listen to R&B. But it's obviously a matter of opinion, but I don't know, I feel like just the versatility with that genre of music, I feel like it ticks a lot of boxes. So
what genre?
Melodic rap. I feel like
melodic rap.
Yeah, I feel like it ticks so many boxes that I can.
It's a fun name.
I
just like saying it.
I can listen to it on different days and it will sound completely different, even though it's the same genre.
Yeah, because there's subgenres within
there's
it.
Subgenres
probably.
Within, yeah.
I wonder what the high level is. Melodic rap the high level, then there's like the emo rap under
that's what I would think.
Or is it just all in the hip hop and there's separate things like melodic and then emo, blah blah blah.
I'd put hip hop and then I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one because it's like subjective. There's not like a rule book that's like this is the order that it goes in. You know what I'm saying? So it's all like okay. Yeah. That's a good answer though. I'll get to mine in one sec. Sean just said, I guess before he said, had more snow when I was younger during Christmas. Yeah, it looks like things have changed over time, which is strange. Tiff says R&B. Not surprised because that's it's with her bag. And then Sean says EDM for me. More my style. Vibe with that type of music a lot besides drill and grime.
EDM
is so random.
That's interesting. Okay.
Very random.
I guess once again though, that's a big umbrella. If I'm not mistaken. Like that's a real big.
That's true. It's true.
I would probably say either.
Man's just jamming.
Right?
What do you reckon, bro?
Either directly like alt R&B because it's a weird sort of more newer genre, but like it's more what I listen to. It's a little like darker.
That's totally your shit.
Yeah. Or you could probably say like old R&B, which would encapsulate the different vibes because I don't know if I'd want that all the time. So like that's the same as like the question with that. If you just said like rap music or whatever, then all the different subgenres of it kind of come under it. So it depends if we're trying to be really specific. Is that better for the answer of this one? But I think if I had to choose, just because it's more, and why? Because like I think it's more applicable to more scenarios. Like if I'm working, I find it really hard. Like writing and stuff, I find it hard to like do that to actual like hip hop with bars and stuff because it's distracting and I want to actually listen to the bars.
It takes your thoughts away. Because you're an MC and wordsmith and you write shit. That's why it takes your attention, and I have the exact same fucking problem.
Yes, unless you're doing something that's like non-word related, which filing something or just numbers or whatever doesn't distract you so much.
Cleaning, cooking.
Exactly. And I just find otherwise doing other shit, it's just really hard to listen to rap music as you can have it on in the background, but if it's like say for the podcast, we listen to a lot of things for the first time here. And we want to actually...
Yes, you have to sit down and be like,
soak it up, right? Yeah, you want to be like, oh shit, like, okay, this is what this is about. And actually pay attention. Then once again, like you said, because we make it, it makes me want to pay more attention. Obviously, someone's put time, energy, effort into this. I want to hear it. I want to give it like that respect to actually pay attention. I don't always have that, but I can always put R&B on and you can kind of take more of it in whilst doing something else. So
it's not as wordy. It's a lot slower.
Yep.
It's a lot more instrumentation.
Correct.
It's a lot more to listen to than just lyrics. So yeah, that's a good point.
What would yours be, Matt?
So I definitely like soul and funk and R&B and that kind of stuff. So whatever like Anderson .Paak essentially, I mean, it definitely crosses over a bunch of shit.
He does,
it raps, it's funky, it's soul, it's like whatever. But I think like, yeah, like the more on the R&B soul sort of like teeter. But that is definitely like my vibe for sure, because I could listen to it. There's so many different subgenres and umbrellas to that, and then you could listen to it at almost every single occasion, more so than other genres, even though, you know, other ones bang and slap in their own right. But yeah, I think like a funky soul sort of slap thing that I could dance and fuck to and have a fun time to, because that's a very thin lines in those kind of genres. So that's what I would go with.
I like that. That's a good answer, and that's definitely definitely your vibes right there with that soul. I feel like under that would be like neo soul as well, and like that type of shit, which is like
that's yes,
which definitely bangs with that. That's good. Good answer. Good answers, boys.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
And Sean.
So the next question would be books or podcasts. I'll start with you, see.
Mm.
And this is a big one. I'm sure you got fucking 2 really solid answers or sides to each thing.
Yeah.
So books or podcasts, fucking go.
I would say at this particular time in my life, it's podcasts, because I listen to them more than I read books. And the only reason I don't like put time during the day. I see like people like on Instagram stories just sitting on the couch in the middle of the day reading a fucking book. Like, who has time for that shit? But what I used to do before COVID, before COVID, we have a sauna in my building, so I used to use it every single day,
nice.
And it's glorious. They need to fix it, but anyway, it works. So I would bring books down. I mashed up a lot of books because a lot of them, the spines can't take the heat, so the pages fall out sometimes. So
you take lots of shits, you know.
Oh no,
a lot on the dunny.
No, I don't.
I'm just kidding.
I used to. That's why you're saying that. I used to do that back in the day. I used to read anything else before phones. Now I'm like, fuck that, I'm on Twitter. But yeah, because I don't use the sauna, I haven't used it since COVID, I have hardly read any books. And then I try to read at nighttime when I go to bed on, say, nights that I'm not drunk or something. And then usually just end up doing shit and going to bed too late and I'm too tired. So I don't read anywhere near what I used to. I was plowing through books, and now I'm like hardly reading, and I'm sad about it. But I listen to podcasts all the time. I'm in the shower, if I'm going for a walk, running errands or something, like cleaning, whatever. Like, I'll be listening to podcasts more. So I've been doing that. Another thing that's interesting that Tiff has been putting on is Clubhouse. Are you guys familiar with that?
Only
what, you trying to build a clubhouse?
From today. One of my friends was showing me
today.
But yeah, like I don't really know what this is.
Okay. Yeah. Have you seen it, Nosh?
I have not. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
All right. So for people who don't know, it's an app right now. It's in beta. It's invite only, and it's basically like a bunch of people talk. But the way my friend described it to me, it's a podcast that I can politely chime in on. So they have like audio panels. It's like an
interactive.
Yes, it's like an audio Zoom call.
Yeah.
Essentially. And then they'll have the rooms on literally everything. Like Tiff found a bunch of stuff on marketing, social media, all the people that I follow, because it's directly related to Twitter. All the people I follow are mostly music folks on Twitter, so there's a lot of music stuff. And it's, for some reason, it's heavily black focused. I don't know why, but it's mostly, that's why I'm in this world that's all the music stuff, all the A&R conversations and all this shit. And then Tiff has found all the marketing ones. All the marketing ones are full of black folks. So I don't know why it's black heavy, but it's kind of cool. So
that's dope. It's
basically like a, you just sort of like leave it onto, instead of putting a YouTube video on in the background or a podcast or something, Tiff's been just putting on Clubhouse. So I'm not in love with it yet, but I liked it. It's picking up crazy steam. Twitter are already creating a competitor called Spaces for its own thing, because it's not really related to anywhere else. So that's an interesting one, because it's very similar to a podcast. So say like you have and like mad people are on there, like fucking Kevin Hart came on the other day, Just Blaze in rooms, like you name it, like mad people that you're a fan of are in this thing. So and it's almost like, because we want to start with like, all right, well, how can we do this for for say our business, high season stuff. So we could start a room type of thing. You invite other people and you have a topic to speak about it. But then the audience members, you can put your hand up or something. It says raise hand as a button, which means you'd like to speak. And then once they finish their talk, they look through the audience, and then I think it adds you to like the list, and they just basically go through the list, and you just get to chat depending on what the topic is. Sometimes it's like, all right, I've seen music ones where they're like, all right, say the one thing or whatever, and you get 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and next. Sometimes
like a digital keynote, and then you have the line at the end of questions.
Exactly. So it's an interesting thing.
Like that.
It's going to be interesting to see where it goes. But yeah, that would just be like a little brief sidebar from podcast. Sorry, just before Dan gets to you, Sean says, podcast to me can do other things while watching or listening to mine. Yep, agreed. I definitely enjoy the watching the podcast. So like some podcasts I only listen to, and then some like the Joe Budden one, we just always put it on in the background while we
Joe Budden, Joe Rogan. I only watch those ones. That's a good point.
Yeah, exactly. We just put those ones on. I haven't watched Joe Rogan in a while just because he hasn't had his fire guests. He had Chappelle on very briefly on the Denell Rawlings episode. But
you watched the Kanye one as well?
Of course, yeah. But even since then, since he moved to Austin, I feel like there just wasn't as... The guests aren't there. People in LA, everyone's in LA, but not as many people are in Austin. So he has people in person, even in the middle of the pandemic. He hasn't stopped. So I know they test or whatever.
Yeah, he has a doctor on site and tests like everyone. He gets constantly tested. Like everyone's around.
Yeah. So I mean, I imagine he'd be taking it seriously. But yeah. So I like that side of it.
Not too much.
Dan, books or podcasts, mate?
Podcast, because I'm not an avid reader anyway. I don't really read a lot, but podcasts, especially UK ones, because I can relate to it a lot, and I like watching it more as well. Like, there's a lot of UK ones which I watch, and it's just like they'll speak about shit which they've experienced or grown up with, and I'll be like, oh shit, that's like happened to me as well, and like, and the way they've dealt with certain situations and shit, it's like, oh shit, like I really bangs with it, but only recently, because probably a few years ago I didn't listen to podcasts that much at all until like probably, I don't know, my maybe final year of uni or second year of uni. I got into them a lot, and then just started watching a lot, especially people from London. So yeah, it's pretty sick.
I wonder if it's like when you said you only got into them in the last few years because of your age. I wonder if like teenagers listen to podcasts a lot, or it's just not really a big thing. Maybe it seems boring or some shit. Like, I don't know. More music focused. And then as you kind of got older, you were more interested in conversations.
Thinking. Like all of my friends are into podcasts now, but before they weren't. Well, actually, there are still a couple who aren't that into it.
Like even 5 years ago, you weren't listening to.
But 5 years, yeah, 5 years ago, never ever. Yeah,
right. I wonder. I never ever thought about it until you just said it. Now I was like, yo, I wonder if it's an age thing.
I think it might be, because I never really thought. Like any sort of podcast that was mentioned, like you see them mentioned on YouTube, tune into this podcast, blah blah blah. I'd be like, why would I do that? Like it's just like,
why would I do that?
Yeah, it's like, what's the point? I don't really care. But then it's like now it's like, oh okay, I really want to know. I care about a lot of stuff which is happening in the background now. So it's like you can be a famous YouTuber, show me these YouTube videos, but then I find it much more interesting finding out what you're like behind the scenes from like a podcast, for example.
Because you get the
deeper
look
at the person. Yeah.
YouTube, it's snippets, small things.
Yeah, and it's just like all edited clips, and you have to put on like some sort of act. But it's like
exactly.
And like a podcast, it's like, oh okay, there's like raw, uncut footage of you as a person. So that really interests me as well. But yeah, mainly ones which I can relate to, because I'm not a big fan of a lot of American ones. Like obviously, I like the Joe Budden one, but I don't.
So it's because you don't understand what they're talking about? Or?
Yeah, partly I don't understand some of the references, or they would explain some experiences they've had, and with girls or with going out and shit, and I'll be like, that's never ever happened in the UK. It probably would never happen.
The way, not just because you haven't been out as much, or just because it's
a whole different world, America, UK. So, but then the UK one is like, oh, they'll speak about random shit, and I'll be like, oh shit, like that's actually happened to me, and it's like it's happened to a lot of my friends, and like me and my friends watch similar ones as well, so it's pretty interesting.
All right, that also gives another thought, and this is kind of a question to you then, Nosh. I wonder how long it takes. You've been here, what, pushing 6 months?
Almost.
Just actually the day we go to Toronto would have been 6 months.
Oh, 6 months?
Yes.
Shit.
Bless you, sir.
Bless you.
So.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, bless you. Good one.
Always in twos, mate.
Always get that COVID out, Joe. Get that COVID out. So,
oh mate,
because
it's the chronic, not the COVID.
Ah, okay, I understand. So, no, do you remember? I know we've been here a while now. Do you remember at what? Okay, do you consume a lot currently? of Australian media or content online? Like, are you
0?
Okay,
unless my rapper friends or like dear friends or like my cousin or my mum or fucking you maybe, which not really, like shares something and I see it, then cool. If not, never.
Okay, same. I follow St Kilda, our football team, on everywhere and like
on
whatever.
Instagram,
Twitter,
and
Twitter,
Facebook.
Actually,
yeah.
So I see their stuff.
Just
but
those
that's about
main. That's the extremities of it. Would be our football club.
Our football club.
Fucking
okay,
don't
we don't even care about. So at what
kind of Sainers?
Kind of fucking Sainers. Fucking Sainers. Do you okay? Do you know what my biggest disappointment? So I'm keep going sidebars. The biggest disappointment was when we went to the footy. I remember being there. I think with mum and dad like years ago, and. No, I thought everyone talked like that. And they were yelling, but no one was swearing. So I really felt that I was right. I was like, yeah, fucking get him, bro.
And you were, and all of a sudden you were the bogan asshole who's yelling and disrupting the children, saying cunt and stuff. Like, amazing.
I guess I can't do that, eh? So.
Yeah, you have to sit. No, you have to sit by the fence, dude. You got to smack the fence and there.
Come on.
Or the bunch of drongos who sit right behind the goalpost.
Oh, yeah. No, but they're like this.
That first. They're like the super. I mean, that's where the action is, isn't it?
Yeah. What are they called? The cheer squad. The cheer, whatever they're called, aren't they?
Cheer squad. So those cunts are rowdy. If you want a fight, I guess you go stand in the bar and just wait.
Just wait for
Dazza and Damo to come along and say, "Hey, how you going?" And just be like, and just give them a bop.
Yeah.
Start things. Fucking
give
get
them a little
it going.
quick 1-2, little couple uppercuts, boom, boom. So
hey, you, let's fight. Them's fighting words.
Basically,
all of a sudden you're in.
So, how long did we consume much Australian media when we got here? And then, if we did, how long did it take us to move to mostly North American media, or did we just already consume North American shit even there?
I was going to say we were already consuming it, and it was a slow transition to zero or little to none of the Aussie stuff, because like we didn't really check for it unless it was coming up in our Facebook feeds. But then like I stay clear of Facebook because of lots of reasons. But like I think and I would probably see it more through like people sending me something like, oh, see what this dickhead politician did, or do you know what's happening in this area? Do you know cunts who fucked over here? Or so someone would share something with me, but otherwise I don't care because like it just doesn't.
It doesn't really
have. I don't own a TV. I haven't had a TV in any of the houses I've been in, even though I had cable to use. So just don't watch it. Don't fucking care. The only media I get is if I search for it, or if someone shares some news stuff on the Insta or the fucking Twit sniff, and I give a fuck to look.
Gotcha. Okay. So I was just curious because it seemed I just wasn't sure if there was a thing because I wonder how long it'll take you to. Because otherwise, to me, you've only been here 6 months, so it's hard. But I'm like, oh, you remind me of like Tiff's parents or something, who are like Jamaican, who've been here forever. Their accent's the same. They only hang around with Jamaicans for the most part. They go to Jamaican stuff. It's almost like you're there, but here. So I wonder if you'll be like them, speaking the same if you stick around, like be. You know what I'm saying? Like how long?
Like, do you check in? Are you checking your local news? Are you still doing that, Dan? Are you checking the 5 o'clock news in fucking?
I didn't really do that when I was there. I just used Twitter.
Like, have any of your media consumption habits changed?
No, I still. When I go on Twitter or Instagram, it's not really American shit. It's just mainly UK stuff, but then mainly because my Twitter revolves a lot around football and sports. So with the NBA not being on, for example, I reckon when the NBA is on, it will be very different because the NBA on season, I believe, is football's off season. So
usually it starts in November.
So actually, okay.
Starts in November, finishes in like June, July.
Okay.
But I think they.
How are the Gunners doing?
No, I don't want to speak about it. Terrible.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So shit. It's fucking shit.
So I'm super curious to wonder. It's just a complete sidebar, but like I just think it's interesting to even think about like at what point do you start to focus more on where you're at as opposed to where you're from, because we're bad examples of. I just thought there might have been because Brad's got a better memory than me, but it's interesting. Just a thought as you said that. I'm like, oh, you're only consuming UK podcasts, and in my mind, it's not even. I wouldn't even subscribe. I think I've subscribed to a couple of Aussie beer podcasts, but just because I never listen to them. Like, I don't care. Yeah. I read a few Aussie beer newsletters and stuff. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't impact my life in any way. I can't get it. Their politics doesn't affect me. If something happens, Mum will send me some shit. Like, or I got to follow a couple close friends who I always see what they post, but it has zero impact on my life.
That's the other outlet. If something really matters, fucking Mum. She'll be like, oh, yeah, check this out. I'll be like,
Mum.
oh, yeah.
Like, oh,
so
wow.
Mum is the solid source of news.
She goes, all right.
If it doesn't come from Mum, it doesn't matter, mate.
It's interesting. You know what I mean? Anyway, it was a complete sidebar, huge tangent, but it was just interesting. Shout out to Mum. G'day, Mum. How you going? I bet you're watching, aren't you?
G'day, Jen. How you going, sweetheart? Fucking boom.
She's not
fucking
watching.
Boom.
She is not watching. She's like, Bradley, why are you smoking marijuana on the internet?
Pour a cuppa, would you, Mum?
Nah, she will.
I'll
give her a shout. No, are you podcast or book? I mean, we know the answer, but let's bust it out.
Yeah, podcast. I definitely am a reader, but I don't like reading books because my neck gets sore. I have a giraffe's neck, as it's called. So I do read lots. I read lots of mixing stuff and articles and things like that. But I'm more of a visual learner and entertainer. So, I like visual entertainment, so I'd rather just watch a podcast and see. Like, for example, Joe Rogan, I want to see the cunt explain things because he's very, uses his hands, uses his body language a lot, and I want to see how his guest is saying because body language is everything as well. Like when you watch Kanye and you see, like, for example, that episode interview, like you can see, how he's positioned, how his hands are, how straight he's looking at Joe in his face, and like that means a lot to the conversation and like how things are going because like you can tell if the cunt's for real or not. Blah blah blah. So I like podcasts. I like visual podcasts. I do like when in Australia when we're driving. And I think we started to listen to some stuff just before we came over here. There was some things that I used to listen to in the traffic. I'm like, yeah, this is cool.
Podcast, you mean?
And then I just wasn't. But I was just listening to podcast long form audio, and it was cool because sometimes I have to break it up into 2 trips, but usually I get it done in one. And it was mainly like I think we'd listen to like Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins, all that kind of stuff you got me onto as well.
Yeah.
And that was what I was listening to, and I kind of started there. So mainly podcasts, yeah, for sure.
Bam. Love it. Great question. Good,
Bam.
Big long tangent. Sorry, man. There's only 2 questions here.
Yeah, big one. Nah, dude, that's how we fucking go.
Right.
Yeah, obviously fucking solid questions.
Yeah.
All by me, by the way. I didn't
no
fucking tank
assistance
from a bestie or nothing.
No.
So next one is what is your favorite, or what's the best? Okay. I chose 5 because fuck it. Top 5 best movie intro sequences ever. Go any genre. Fuck off.
Movie intro sequences.
That's Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
do you want me to give you mine?
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, please.
Okay. So I thought about this for about fucking 5 minutes. I was watching the movie that I'm going to start off with, and then I just like, oh, bang, bang, bang. That's a question for the podcast. And I'm like, what else do I like? And I just like spewed out some answers. So I was watching Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Shout out to Mike Myers.
That's what you guys were talking about. Okay.
So big, yeah. So like big, epic sort of Broadway musical sort of intro with the big band music and the brass shit. So that's fucking cool. Huge. Like lots of long shots and all that sort of stuff, choreography and like epic fucking extras and lots of cunts on set. That was a huge one. So Austin Powers, Spy Who Shagged Me. I love the Friday intro.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
These the one I'm mentioning. There's no order. These are standout, and this is like at a moment's thought. So anyway, the Friday intro is fucking iconic. We all grew up with that one. Dan, how many times have you seen Friday for the record?
I've never seen it.
Oh fuck! I was gonna say, do you know what it is? That's so crazy.
Do you know what it is?
No.
You know Ice Cube, Chris Tucker.
Oh, I think I've heard of
1995. I got that.
Etc.
Bought it on VHS.
Amazing.
VHS.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Old school shit.
Oh, that's where that meme's from.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Where that meme's from. Oh,
and then Bye Felicia is from the
Bye Felicia's from this.
So yeah, the Friday intro is epic.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's one of the greatest movies. It's my top 3 of all time.
Shit. Okay.
Absolutely top 3 movies. Period.
It's old though. Before you were even born. So why would
the next one,
sure.
You can kind of, if I mention Friday, what else am I going to mention? See.
What else?
What else am I going to say next after Friday?
Oh, Chop Chop.
That's a hip hop movie.
Oh no.
Hey, you said Chopper?
Sorry, you said hip hop movie after. Would it be fucking
after Friday? What else would I say?
Next Friday?
Fam. Belly. Epic.
Oh,
epic
yeah,
intro.
of course.
Best intro sequence. Belly intro.
Belly intro is pretty sick.
Dang.
Yeah.
Come on, fam.
Yeah.
That's it. That one's huge.
That's a good
that
one.
one's huge. Also epic. Soundtrack is key, just like the Friday one as well.
Yeah.
Even Austin Powers. How fun was that one? Yeah. But a couple of weeks ago, I watched Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. That has a fucking crazy intro too.
Yeah.
And Bad Boys, the first one.
Oh yeah, it's classic.
Where they do like the whole like thing of Miami's, like, go through all the cars and shit and set the scene up for the badass cops in the big precinct, whatever. So that's my top 5 best movie intro sequences at a spur of the moment, and that's what I'm going to give you, fucking cunts. Ready, set, go, Dan. Bang.
Oh wow.
Pressure's on you, mate.
I really don't know. I need to remember them. I don't actually know. I really don't know.
I can give you some honorable mentions you can play off.
Go on.
Jurassic Park.
I've seen it, don't really remember it though.
I remember the intro is pretty. Are they flying over?
I just thought of it right now because I thought if I don't mention Jurassic Park, my friend Connor will absolutely kill me because it's his like all-time goat of goats. If you talk about any movie, JP.
It's coming. JP's coming up. All right, nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Does that get any juices flowing, Dan?
I'm trying to think. The most recent movies I watched are all the Avengers movies. So, I don't know. I really don't know.
It's a good question.
It's a good question. I need to I really need to think about it.
Maybe next time I should like paste them in so you guys.
No.
I mean,
if it's a question, I like
the
I like that this one just because I feel like I feel like it could be just your as many as
top
you can
3,
name,
or
just one, whatever. My one I can think of was Fight Club. Yeah, when it goes all the like inside the head.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
That's like in the conversation with Friday. Like Friday, Fight Club are in my top
3. Friday, Fight Club, and Chopper. Top 3 all time.
Fuck off!
Nothing comes close.
I totally wouldn't be mad with that.
Another fourth.
Have you watched Chopper recently?
No.
Have you watched Chopper recently?
No.
Dark as.
Yeah.
So it's not as funny if you watch it with a Canadian that doesn't know a goddamn thing about shit. It's really like dark movie, and they wonder why you think it's so funny, and then they think you're nuts, and it's like, am I really, or is this fucked?
We were just really high a lot when we used to watch it, and it was really funny when you were high. But you got to look at the hilarity of Eric Bana, like of that role.
Yes,
if you know who Chopper is,
it's about the actor.
Yeah, and Eric is a genius. He's a fucking genius. Like to play that, is so good.
You have to dissect that person.
Correct.
To everybody else.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah, I couldn't really think of any others because you named Friday and Belly, two like absolute classics. Bad Boys I totally forgot about, which is a fantastic one. Did Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back have a good intro? I feel like they're just funny. Like, didn't it just start off with some dumb shit?
Oh no, it starts off at the gas station.
And what was
the big one watching the fat one, or the big one's watching the little one? Like,
when they were kids. Like, yeah. See, that's classic.
Fuck, motherfucker. Fuck. Noise. That's kind of
yeah. She's classic.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty funny intro, but it's not like best. That doesn't compete with the other ones that I mentioned.
No. The other ones.
It's still funny. That movie, fuck off. Period. Yeah. Just like the most funniest dumb shit. That has to be up there with one of those categories.
What about
But the intro, I think like it was brief but good. Brief but not as notable.
Howard and Kumar Go to White Castle. That was another classic stoner movie.
Oh shit! How does that start?
I can't remember it. That might be a good one. Oh, and Superbad.
Fuck. Superbad, also a great movie.
These are just ones when he's like drawing dicks and he wasn't allowed to eat anything.
Is he in class drawing dicks? Is that how it starts?
Yeah. No, it doesn't start like that. It's just the best scene. One of the best scenes in a movie of all time. And he was drawing the dicks, and he was drawing so many dicks that they were like Jonah Hill's character was drawing dicks, that then they took him to the principal's office, and he wasn't allowed to eat any dick-shaped objects, popsicles, fucking hot dogs, all that shit. Yeah.
The best foods shaped like dicks.
So bad. It's so
true. Oh man.
Sean is saying, he said Mans is making dinner as he's watching Mans' Mob. I guess because it's a podcast. He's watching a podcast and he's eating. I like that.
Makes sense.
He goes, he liked a lot of anime movie intros, Bleach and Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball I used to rate when I was younger.
Yeah.
It's trash though. It's actually really bad. Like I was actually so upset because I remember watching it and I hadn't watched anime for years, and then I rewatched Dragon Ball. I was like, this is actually what I rated. Like I actually watched it and I was like, this is actually shit. Like
It's not good,
I actually thought this was honestly the best thing I've ever seen. And one of the
When you were,
characters,
like, 8
when I
something.
was like a bit younger, yeah, and one of the characters I thought was sick because he was like kind of like an anti-hero, where he was a hero, but he was kind of like a gangster. He didn't give a fuck. But then I rewatched it, I was like, why is he always losing every fight? I was like, this guy's shit. And then I was so upset. I was like, yeah, this whole anime is terrible. But Bleach, I've heard, is good.
Anime period is terrible, or Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball's terrible. I fucked with anime, but
Okay.
but Dragon Ball is
Agreed.
shit. Dragon Ball is terrible.
I've never seen it. Don't know anything
Dragon
about
Ball's
it.
okay. It's just like, yeah.
It doesn't really make
I hear you
sense.
though,
It
Jeff.
doesn't make sense.
I feel like anime period doesn't make sense, right? Isn't that the
It
point
depends on what one you watch. It depends on what you
Okay.
watch. Because there are a lot of anime where it's open for interpretation, and like one of the
of it?
best ones, I think it was made by Disney. I forgot what it's called. And one of the best
Disney?
ones, Disney made one of
anime.
one of the best animes of all time, and it was the whole point was everything is open to interpretation.
Okay, what's it called?
Oh, I need to find it.
Okay.
Man, Ninja Scroll and fucking Afro Samurai.
I need to watch Afro
Everything
Samurai.
else
Apparently,
is
it's sick.
fucking, and Ghost in the Shell OG version. Everything else is shocking.
Okay.
Not
Spirited
everything
Away.
else, but like most things.
It's called Spirited Away.
I feel like
I'm also.
I feel like I
narrow-minded
align.
as fuck.
Yeah, totally. I think it's all trash, but like, but it's probably not. If you're into this shit, it's probably like
I
we're
love
just
it.
ignorant as fuck. Like to me, anime is
Yeah.
like it's like you're 8 if you watch anime. Like, why are you watching? But
Oh
then
man.
we just watch Big Mouth with dinner, so I'm I guess well, who the fuck am I
Yo,
to talk?
like, okay, you're 8. Afro Samurai is not for 8-year-olds. It's actually R-rated. RZA produced it, and Samuel L. Jackson is a
I
a
heard
character
about
in it. It's gangster shit. Anyway, I only watch the good ones if I do watch it, and that's what I'm saying. But
If it's
there's,
good,
like,
it's like
there's different
so
levels
good.
to it.
Right,
Yeah.
there's levels.
I love
to it.
your-
same as everything.
Yeah.
Staunch perspective.
It's
on
like-
it.
You gotta be
It's
honest, but I
fantastic.
also if you're gonna be honest like that, you have to admit that you don't know
Just
shit.
go.
Oh yeah,
Otherwise-
there
the
are
whole
some
way.
shit ones.
Yeah, no, well, I don't want to like shit on it because maybe I'll say, like, oh, that's actually fire. I didn't know Jack. But as long as you like, I'm sure there's
Yeah.
some fire. You just got to be
There
introduced
are.
to it.
There's some fire, and I've that's all I found. I found 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
3 fires.
Okay.
Um,
I'm sure that's good. Tiff says belly as well, and then she says, oh, and mine is passion. That's not a movie, but yes.
Oh my god, yo, see,
Charity,
is that your
no.
favorite show of like
Pat-
ever?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When I knew that Tiff loved passions as much as we did, I was like,
That was
I'm-
you knew it was a match.
yeah, I was like, I'm
match in
keeping her
heaven.
forever. Like, if
Oh,
you,
I love her. All
Yeah.
of a sudden,
it's over.
heartstrings.
It's over. Yeah, she
Plucked.
liked Mary J. She liked Mary J. Blige's My Life album, and Passions.
That's
was
actually
like,
extra cute now.
if it was
I
extra,
like that.
oh, Passions is the greatest show, the greatest worst thing that ever
Mhm.
happened to television. It's if you don't know
Worst
it,
show. I couldn't remember how mad I used to get at the start when I was like, "Are you fucking watching that?" Dude?
Yeah.
It's so
And then you
fucking
started
whack.
watching
No,
it with
it's
me
like
every
so
day.
Shit,
Fuck.
man. And then I was watching it.
You're
It's like,
watching it
bro,
with
this
me. I
is
was like,
so
come
bad.
on, sit down.
We used to use different words back then, but yo, it's so whack.
Oh yeah, we can't say those anymore.
Yeah, because it was just.
It's a
like,
different time, Notion. It's a different time. Dan knows
Different
what I'm
times.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yo, that show was a different time. Goodness.
Yeah, it was just brilliant. It launched the career of
Shocking.
Miguel. I forgot the name. His name is Jesse something. The actor. He was in Desperate
Oh, like the
Housewives
Latino
and stuff.
dude?
The Latino dude. And then the funniest shit,
Yeah,
know,
nice.
Teresa is Jewish. She's not Latino. I follow her on Instagram. She's got like 2,000 followers. Her name is Lindsay
Teresa?
Hartley. Teresa, she was in love with Ethan.
Oh god, I'm trying to. I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to picture the face. Anyway, I'll have to Google.
Yeah,
it.
like she looks the same. She looks good, but she's not even Latina. Which I was like, you couldn't get a Latina actress to play. You had to get a Jewish woman. I just thought that's
Wow.
hilarious.
Why would they cut a corner like that?
Probably 90s sitcoms, I guess. I guess it was 90s. I know we were watching. Oh, yeah, maybe it was 90s. I guess it was. No, that's a. It's not. It's not a movie.
crazy.
It's a TV
it sounds
show. Yeah,
weird.
Tiff will say it's a little out of context, but it's just the greatest thing ever. Sean
yeah.
says Dragon Ball isn't shit, fam. It does make sense to me.
Nah, it doesn't make sense.
Naruto is the worst anime. IMO. Maybe that's what I was saying. Maybe you have like to
Naruto?
me
What's
it's
that?
all hot garbage, but I don't know. But I feel like if you into it,
Mhm.
like I think soccer's the worst shit ever. It's so
Yeah.
fucking boring, but you think it's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm sure that some of the shit that I'm into, you guys think I'm a fucking crazy person, but I feel like if you know about the thing and you get into it,
Yeah.
you can appreciate pretty much
Oh,
anything.
100%.
So I definitely, yeah, you can say shit with it plus ignorance.
Oh yeah. Well, you
And I
have
think
to
it's fair.
you have to watch certain animes because like the thing with anime that some of them are really slow to get into, and that's why people are like, this is fucking shit. I'm not watching this anymore.
Oh.
But then there are some animes where it's like there's one called Death Note, and the whole concept of it is sick. The guy gets like a book where you can write people's names down and they'll die, essentially.
Cool.
But you can write. You can write how. It's so good. It's like
that's a dope concept.
30 episodes.
Yeah.
You can write how they'll die as well, and like if
it's a gangster one, it's good.
Yeah.
That's why I like Afro Samurai. See, with RZA produced it and blah blah blah. But that's the only one that I would show you because it's got gangster affiliates and it's entertaining and not super weird that you can't be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Doesn't go alien at all. Like sometimes they can go.
Yo, is that why they have the porn? Yes. Is that why they have the anime porn where the octopuses are fucking chicks and stuff? Is that what the deal is?
There's a bunch of different animes that have aliens and shit, and robots and dicks and like tentacles.
Or is the porn? I reckon they have the okay.
Just,
so the porn is a separate thing they make.
Different shit. I don't know.
But it's a separate thing.
Occasionally go to alien, but
it's a separate thing.
It's a separate thing, but I don't. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes inspiration from actual anime.
Okay, but those like I've seen all like you see like a clip of it or whatever. Obviously, like I'm not watching cartoon porn. It's weird, but if you like the shit that they have on say a porn site is not from like a ripped clip from a movie.
No,
it's like
no.
They make it in that same style, but they also have aliens with cocks fucking people and stuff. I don't know.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Sean could answer.
I think they do.
I bet that's why Sean's watching it, you dirty fucking dog. I know you, mate. I know you.
Yeah. He's spanking the monkey to octopus tentacle cock.
Yes.
Little birds on
belting
it.
Just fucking belting it, mate. Just, yeah. Fuck her with those suction cups. Tiff says, oh no, I wrote Belly when Notion was asking me to guess. Okay, so she'd do it. But the sequence is sexy AF, that's true. And she said, oh, that's a movie? Hang on. I don't know. Tiff's probably hearing this behind. Tiff, is Passions a movie? Or are you talking about the TV show? And she said, maybe she's referring to Death Note. So Death Note is dope, god tier anime. That sounds sick as fuck. I would absolutely watch that, and good. I will retract my 8-year-old diss.
Just don't watch the movie on Netflix. Watch the actual anime series. Because there's
a movie and a series.
There's a movie, but it's written by Americans, not by the actual writer.
Oh, so they ruined it.
Like
Black Mirror and stuff.
Yeah.
So, God damn.
Okay.
So yeah. Basic. Right. Oh, in terms of movie intro sequences, I just remembered one.
Yes.
And it's Avengers Infinity War is one of my favorite ever.
Probably pretty epic.
Because it's literally this is the first time you see Thanos in the movie, and essentially the first 10 minutes he comes, kills a bunch of main characters.
Do you know who Thanos is? See,
that's the bloke with with the glove.
Do you know who that is, mate?
The bloke with the glove, and he has the rocks.
Oh God!
Solid. That's so
do you know why I've seen every one of them at the movies, high as fuck, and I do not remember if I had no idea which one I've seen. Which one it was. Tiff will probably remember. I'm like, I don't know. Every time I go to the movies, I'm like, oil, bitch, let's go. And I just get blitzed and I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, man, that's fucking gone.
Sorry, I just wanted to...
No,
you
didn't think I'd know that, did you?
Right.
You didn't think I'd know. Hey? Huh?
Dude, no, I was like, as if you fucking know. I've seen like one Marvel movie out of the 14 of them.
Okay, I've seen a significant volume of them, surprisingly, because if you're going to go to a movie, right? Only because if you... Tiff likes them.
I've seen the one... Superman is in the joint, like, and he picks up, I don't know, Captain America and Superman punch on at the end or some shit. It was like one of the big dogs. It was close to the end. I don't know, some shit. I was like, oh, that was sick. Because like I love going to the movies for the sound and whatever.
Yeah, if you're gonna see,
audio nerd.
What's the big one called?
It's a good time to watch
IMAX.
a blockbuster. The IMAX,
or the Ultra.
And that's always a good time. But that's it. So you saw how many? 2, 3?
Tiff could probably answer in a second once the audio catches up. Tiff, how many have we seen? But I reckon it's at least 2 or 3, at least. But then a lot of the individual ones, and we go to either IMAX or the other one. I think it's called Ultra AVX or something. Something like that. And then if you're going to go to a movie, so you want to have an experience. So you go and you see the shit on the big screen. You get some popcorn, you get blitzed, and it's just a good time. So we would usually do that. And then I probably have Ultra AVX.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Ultra AVX.
It's just like we
got IMAX.
A bit little less than IMAX because IMAX is a bit more expensive. It's a little cheaper. Depends how much tight ass you want to be. Tiff said, it's a movie on Netflix, Death Note. That's what she was talking about. And then Sean says, hentai. Oh, hentai is what it's called. It's anime porn. Don't watch hentai too often.
Yeah, that's what I said before. Yeah.
Okay. It just says Avengers is lit. We've watched enough Marvel movies. Mm-hmm. Or you mean just in the Avengers series? I don't know. I just want to know which Marvel movies we've watched, babe. I have no fucking memory whatsoever of them. Maybe you could just list out the ones we've seen because Mans doesn't know. Whilst Tiff is doing that, I guess next question.
Sure. Fuck. Where did my tab go? Here we go.
That was a good one, though. A good one. That was
good.
What's your favorite or top 3 funniest sayings you've ever heard?
Oh, that's a good one. So Tiff said we've watched all of them, excluding Endgame, which is the last one.
Jesus.
Wow.
So you've seen like
I could not
18 movies or something.
You must have been so blitzed, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good
because they're
outing.
Who's Trump supporters?
Fuck them.
Oh, the Marvel people are Trump
Marvel
supporters?
people, yeah.
Oh, so Matt's banging with that. Yo, maybe we watched I know what you're saying with the 18 ones. I think we might have watched all the Avengers ones where they're like the group ones.
Avengers. Oh, okay.
Okay, so now they're cancelled. All right, so we ain't watching that no more. And then she says more
Fuck that noise.
Marvel owners give to Trump campaigns. Okay, they can eat shit and die. Gotcha. Good. Well, they lost. No more dictatorship for y'all fucks. Sorry, Nosh, the funniest sayings. All of them,
yeah,
mostly Australian.
Oh my God. Your funniest sayings you've ever heard.
Yes.
You know, whether it's like
get a dog up, yeah.
A one, like, fucking perfect.
That's what you're talking about, right?
That's exactly right.
I like.
It's actually one of the ones that I had, but yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
It doesn't even mean anything. It's just an Aussie saying. It's just like kind of like I don't even know when you'd say it, how you'd even use it. Like
we can just add to a pile because, like we may cross over. I'd love to hear what Dan's got to say.
Yeah, Dan, you go first.
I need to think.
You guys would have some.
Because you must have like think about things your dad or your uncle would say, and
this is a
that
good
you
question.
think are old fashioned.
Bob's your uncle, because it doesn't make any sense.
Fucking boom.
Doesn't make any sense.
Do you know a quick side story on that
I used to say Bob's your auntie.
That's funny. That's funny.
Up. Like, oh, Bob's your auntie, innit? I'm like, what? And that'll bamboozle them to step further than regular.
Tiff's like
Regular
every Aussie
English
saying.
banter.
Yes, absolutely. It's just like every Aussie saying. Period.
Every Aussie saying.
Funny thing about Bob's your uncle, she kept saying Bob's your uncle when we go to Australia. I need to practice saying it. I'm like, no one fucking says it. And then Mum says it to her right away. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, Sean had a great comment just there.
Yeah, just sorry. He said Bell End. He likes Bell End. It's a good one. And see you next Tuesday.
Bell End and see you next Tuesday.
But that's pretty funny. I'd rather just say the word, but
I love that.
you have to spell it out. He means cunt.
You say it to, he means cunt. No, you say it to like your boss or something. It's like, see you next Tuesday, Andrew. And it's like, Sunday or it's Friday or whatever, the next time you work.
I get it.
Just say it to my boss at the call center. It was a good time.
True.
That's fun. I like that.
Well,
Bell End always
Bell
makes Sean and I giggle. It's a funny cunt.
If you keep thinking, we can go. I'm trying to think of other Aussie ones.
I had one that
can you keep going? Give me.
Say
what is this, Bushwick?
I had a bee's dick, which
Oh,
is like,
Is that why you
missed
say
it by
it?
a bee's dick? Oh, just like missed it by a bee's dick. Like a bee's dick is a small measurement amount of
a
space.
small
Margin. Exactly. So yeah, Dad used to rock that all the fucking time.
He also says, "What do you?" If we asked
the only other cunt that said that, other than Dad, that I heard was like over 64, sure.
Okay.
And it was like my mate's neighbor or something, like some, because he's talking about a car almost missing someone. It's like, oh, I missed him by a bee's dick. I'm like, dying laughing.
What?
I was like 15 and shit. Like, it was very funny. So bee's dick is one of those funniest things I've ever heard in my life. Because whenever I say it in front of Canadians, I usually get quite the lol and the rouse out of the whoever's there, and it's very funny.
I love it.
So yeah, bee's dick, get a dog up ya, and yeah, nah, yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, yeah, nah. So
yeah, nah, yeah, nah, yeah, and then
typically
continuation.
It's just yeah, nah, yeah. So whatever the word ends off, that doing it like if you do it like that, you're just being funny with it. People don't do that, but they actually nah.
We have similar. We use it similarly in the UK, but it's like I remember seeing saw a meme on Twitter. It was like, imagine explaining this to someone who doesn't speak English, and it was like, yeah, nah, yeah means yeah, and yeah, nah means no. And it's just like, what? Yeah, nah, yeah, nah.
Whatever you end with.
Whatever you end with is what it is.
Yes. That's the rule. It's a grammatical thing people should be in school.
Yeah.
Dad used to also say, if we asked him for something, he's like, what do you think this is, Bushwick? I don't know what it meant.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what. It was like an old Aussie bloke saying where they just say, like, dumbass shit. Like, it's something that probably had meaning.
Get off the grass, too.
Or get off the
grass.
Means, like, stop bullshitting me or whatever.
That was a funny one. Yeah,
get off the fuck out. Forgot about that one.
Yeah,
Get out. Yeah, that's
But like we were mad young when we heard that shit, so you have to like dig into the memory banks for those.
Yeah.
It's just always fun.
I bet he had better ones.
Yes,
like that he couldn't
there's
say
so
around
many
kids.
good ones.
Yeah, because I feel like our parents had some fucking gold. What about like other just like larrikin Aussie ones like you flaming galah.
Oh, geez, you want to get that Aussie?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You bloody mongrel.
You have Drongo.
Yeah.
You can get Drongo out.
That one's a good one.
Your Scallywag.
Yeah.
Your Duffer.
Duffer's great.
Duffer's English too.
I don't know where that comes from. I wouldn't be surprised.
You know that, Dan? Duffer?
Duffer.
Like you bung your knee on the coffee table and your mum goes, "Ooh, you Duffer, you're
like
right."
Silly goose.
And you're like, "Oh yeah, nah,
but
it's not
you're
yeah.
right. It is English because I went to the Tiny Temper show and Tiny Temper had this hoodie on that said Duffer of St. George,
brand,
and I went and bought like hoodies, jackets, shoes. I went and dropped like $500 on that shit when I had no money because I was so obsessed with Duffer at the time.
And it's a Duffer in it.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That's funny as fuck.
There's like some of the Canadian ones, even just the simple one, like, oh fuck yeah, bud, like those type of shits that they do. Here.
Oh yeah,
bud. Yeah. I like Nya. Yeah, so houses. I don't like that one. I think it's dumb. Nya is funny. I like all the Toronto Man's ones. Like anything Toronto Man's is like...
That's a whole segment. We can do that another time. When we have Connor as a guest, we can do a whole Toronto Man's slang segment. Nyai.
Okay.
We can call the segment Nyai.
Ooh, that's a good... As opposed to What Do You Reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's even better. That's like the Toronto version of it.
And we can rename the segment for when it comes on because we're talking about, mixing and mastering, but we'll do a Nyai. And
we'll kick it off with a Nyai.
Toronto Man's. That'll be some fuck shit. Anyway, go. Back to where we were.
Yes, sorry. Sean says "bunda" makes me laugh.
Oh, bunda. It's UK slang for bum.
Oh, like a darrow.
Like, okay.
What it comes called here? Like
Batty, right? Batty?
No, a bum.
Yeah,
at the bottom. I thought you meant like a homeless person.
No.
Okay.
Bum. Yeah, we don't really say bum, do we? I don't know.
How you say it?
Bunda. As in, like, B-U-N-D-A.
Where's it from?
I don't know. I just heard a rapper once say, Big Bunda, she's in the Bundesliga. And the Bundesliga is
it's soccer, yeah.
The German football league. And he's basically saying she's got a big bum, like she plays
for the Germans.
The German.
It's funny.
But it's not as funny when you explain it, but it's like, Big Bunda, she's in the Bundesliga. Okay. She's in the league of big asses. Makes sense.
I mean, I get it.
That's the first time I heard it.
Soccer cunts run. They got big butties sometimes. For a gal doing their squats.
It's just like we just call them homeless. I'm like, I feel like there's another derogatory name. That's what I thought you meant. Okay. I can't think off the top of my head. I bet you will think of a trillion of them later. Mm-hmm. But there's like...
We've already thought of like fucking 32 already.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
Not too bad.
What else do you reckon?
What about Cockney slang? Like...
Oh, like the rhyming slang?
Yeah, like walking up the apples and pears.
That's like
shit like that.
I don't find that funny,
it's
but
just weird.
It can be entertaining.
It's just weird. Like, why not just say the word? Like, I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. Why are you saying just fucking Darwin? Like,
abstract as fuck.
It's just so weird.
Yeah. It doesn't make it.
I think it's designed to make you think and also weird you out.
Yeah.
It's like up the apple and pears. It's like it's a rhyming thing. Like, well, not exactly a rhyming thing. It's a weird fucking sadistic rhyming thing if it is. But like, they're weird sort of like connections, but some sort of like maybe one word in the string will rhyme, but they're fucking abstract as fuck.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they've been carried on in tradition, and then I guess when it's new to cunts like us, we make fun of it and carry it on.
It must have been from like 100 years ago plus.
Yesteryear,
because it's just not funny. So and it's not that offensive.
Weird. Yeah, it's not.
So
offensive.
I feel like it's like just simple.
It's cryptic. It's so cryptic.
It's fairly safe.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't mind. But I don't find it. What was the question again? Did we find it hilarious? What's the funniest?
Favorite or funniest things you ever heard?
Okay. Maybe some more will come to us. Do you know? No, I got one. You know what? This is not a real thing. No one in Australia says this, but people told us when we were here. They go, "I'm not here to fuck spiders."
What?
Have you guys heard that?
No.
It just means I'm not here to fuck around. But
I'm not here to fuck spiders.
So I remember a few years ago, people were saying, "Oh,
usually you'd say like it's something that's commonly done. I'm not here to, I'm not here to fuck around."
Yeah.
So then you would say, has anyone just? I mean, come on, fucking spiders,
weird.
bro.
One of my friends says it to me all the time. He says it to
Not
me
funny.
all the time, but I feel like he's doing it because
That's a
it's
miss.
like a... Yeah, like, I think it's ridiculous. I don't know if it'd be my favorite, but I always found it, like, I found it weird and funny.
On Urban Dictionary, it says Australian slang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like... But I never heard of it. We lived there for a long time, like, and...
Never.
We've been here
First
10
time right
years. And I can't believe you haven't heard
I've heard, dude.
No one there
I've
ever
heard some
said it.
shit. But that's weird. Maybe like...
Oh my god, I forgot. Urban Dictionary have like the
I can't
best
even think
ones.
Oh, okay.
Urban Dictionary just have the
Is
best
there like
ones.
a list of like the best ones or something?
Let me just find it.
I
There
have
should
no
be a
example.
list.
Like maybe there's like a list of like best slang. But I guess because there's all like, it's all regional too. So you got like every, you know, I feel like I still think Aussie slang is the funniest
Imagine
thing
the
on the
Adelaide
planet.
slang compared to the Melbourne slang. That'd be fucking hectic different.
Or like the footy player slang type of thing, pub slang and shit. Like,
Yeah,
God.
the pop slang.
a whole other world because they're a different type of individual.
Mhm.
Like they are very funny to me just hearing those dudes talk. Like I couldn't even mimic it because I don't know enough of it. But it's super. I always found that super funny. Like when they just like the footy blokes are like talking and stuff. I was like, all right, you cunts are fucked, but I like you.
All
All
right.
right.
Oh, fuck, mate.
Shall we keep it moving? Do you have anything you want to? Are these just cockney stuff?
These are
Is that
some
fine?
of the Urban Dictionary ones. Crazy definition.
Oh, crazy
uh,
definition.
Ketchup pre-cum.
Okay.
So it's what you'd think it is, just the little liquid before you open the bottle of ketchup.
Oh, I hate that shit.
It's
disgusting.
nasty. It's nasty.
It's like the,
That's why you have to shake your business.
you give it a belting.
Shake her up, bud.
Tooth sweater.
You can't run away from that ketchup pre in the small packets, in it, because they
Nothing
usually,
you can do.
unless you want to
No, you
give that a
can.
fucking solid
It's just-
massage. That looks a little
I
weird.
do. Yeah.
You don't know where those packets have been.
I have no idea.
There's
I mean,
a saying called
like-
tooth sweater. When you go for a day or so without brushing your teeth and the texture in your mouth feels like your teeth are wearing
Yeah.
fuzzy
Oh,
little
it's like
sweaters.
a fuzzy carpet.
That's disgusting.
Wow.
Dankrupt.
No weed.
Yeah, to be out of marijuana.
Okay.
I've never heard of that.
Wow.
Cock blocked by Steve Jobs.
Pretty stock day.
The fuck?
Oh.
The act or reactive measure when the opposite sex makes eye contact with you and proceeds to plug in their iPod as a defensive mechanism to prevent you to move to them.
Oh.
Ow.
Okay.
Oh. Kanye West did. When receiving...
Whoa.
Oh, someone
Oh,
got
wait, I need to
an
read this
award.
first. When...
While he's reading that, Sean says Caribbean slang is funny too. I don't know a lot of it, but like yeah, the way people talk there is hilarious. I love it. It took a while to appreciate it, but then you have to appreciate. I learned that to appreciate the Toronto slang, you had to appreciate and understand Caribbean slang first. Or,
yeah, so with UK. Kanye West did. When receiving sexual stimulation for pleasure from another person, then you interrupt them to explain how a previous partner performed this solid act with a lot more skill.
That's savage.
God.
Listen, there's a million of them.
There's loads of them.
Okay, so forever tight for content, we'll just go through Urban Dictionary. I feel like in the interest it's an hour and we still haven't finished the questions yet. Maybe we should keep it moving.
Yeah.
What's the next question, Doc?
I had that's not really. Do you want to just keep moving on to the next segment?
We can move to the next segment.
The next one's kind of
Is it a bit weird?
yeah. Fuck, do it.
You don't like that? Cool.
Not
Yeah.
keen.
Not keen? All
Let's
right.
go.
I like it. All right. Boom. That was good. Well done, Nurse. That was fun.
Amazing.
Kept us going
Thanks, mate.
this long. These are fun questions. I hope people still like it. But guys, let us know if you still fuck with this. Like, I know it's really not talking much about the culture or rap music or anything like that for a while. But, you know, I like doing that. I think it's a lot of fun. All right. Couple
That's kind
topics.
of fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dig it.
I only got 2 topics that I really want to touch on. The first one is this Saturday, December the 12th. Ashanti versus Keyshia Cole on the news. I said that funny.
Keyshia Cole's gonna
Keyshia
be
Cole on the
dope.
versus. What do you guys think of it? What's your immediate thoughts?
Toad's gonna watch it. Keen as.
I'll watch it. I don't know enough about Keyshia Cole. That's the only thing.
Okay.
I know Ashanti, but not much about Keyshia Cole. I've
Yeah.
heard she's been name checked in so many raps, but
Yeah, she's I think I've seen people say it's a good matchup. I feel like it's a little
Yeah.
odd because they're a little different lanes.
A little different.
Just because I feel like Ashanti's definitely made more pop hits. Keisha's had some like classics, absolutely. But I feel like Ashanti just has more hits. We were looking through, when we first saw it, Tiff and I just went through both their shit on Spotify just to see, what, if you like, all right, how many, out of 20 songs, how many of them have some good ones? And it felt like Ashanti had more, for sure, in our opinion. But it's always different when they play it. Like, Keyshia's, I listen to her music proactively. I don't listen to Ashanti at all.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. I did back in the day. But she was so everywhere. At one point, she had, I think we talked about this sometime recently, but she had 4 of the top 5 singles she was either on or wrote, which is fucking insane. Yeah. So, like, she's been very, very successful.
World.
Or in America, I guess, but basically the only charts that really matter. But yeah, she, I feel like she...
Morocco.
Yeah, it must be, like, unless it's, like... And she'll play her Ja Rule hooks and the Fat Joe hooks and all that type of stuff. So, I mean, I feel like Keyshia can't really compete on that level, but it depends what you play next to each other, because every single one was like, why the fuck did you play that? Like, that one is a terrible matchup type of thing. So, it's going to be interesting.
Very true.
I think it's like 8 p.m. on Saturday, which is unfortunate. I have a podcast that night. I'm like, fuck. So I don't know if I'm I know, I'm really annoyed.
I have a side note to that one.
Yeah.
Just to add on to the Verzuz thing, if I may piggyback. I watched a little clip of the Joe Budden thing, and they were talking about the Locks versus Dipset.
Yeah, I saw that. No, it was either Locks versus Dipset or G Unit versus Dipset. They were debating whether what would be a better matchup.
Yeah, I think I saw that clip.
Yeah.
Dan, do you know who they all are, and what are your thoughts on that?
I know Dipset and obviously G Unit. I'm not sure about Locks. I don't really know who they are.
Never heard of them?
Okay.
No, never heard of them. I don't think
you probably know the rappers in them, but not them collectively.
Yeah, potentially. That might be a thing.
You know Jada Kiss, right?
Oh, yeah. Then I know some of the rappers, I guess.
You know Sheik Luch?
No,
you wouldn't know any of that. Oh, and then Styles P, but you probably wouldn't know the individuals. But
Styles P, yeah.
They were Bad Boy back in the day.
Oh.
And then there were Rough Riders, because they were managed by...
Rough Rider.
Pause, I guess?
I was going to say, do you pause that?
Yeah, it feels plausible.
Sounds kind of like pause-worthy, because you're not actually in the group, so like you'd have to pause it.
Yeah.
You right?
Pretty much. To be safe. Yeah, so like they joined, they one album with Bad Boy.
YouTube, it's just me right now.
Yeah, I know. The camera died. Wow. No, she's just out here wild and taking up all the screen time. Wow, would be your own. Wow.
I figured I gotta fucking. I have to
have a dance.
Have a dance. Have a prance. Give it a chance.
She has to illnostudios.com.
Yeah, mixing, mastering, production, photography. Hey, fucking go and give me a shout.
There we go. There we go, dickhead.
We're back. Okay, cool. Sweet.
Anyway, did you have a comment about the Joe Budden thing?
Hey?
You brought up the Joe Budden thing. Did you have a comment or thought on that? Or you just wanted to ask what we think about it?
No, I was just chucking it in there.
Okay.
I think it'd be great. Either of those matchups would be fucking excellent. I'd watch every single one.
I'd like to see Dipset versus the Locks for sure. Because Gina didn't really give a flying fuck about McCoy.
Same, because it's mainly 50. That's why I think that would be a good matchup.
Yeah, agreed.
For sure.
I feel like that'd be a good one. So that was the verses they announced. And then this was an interesting one as well. Did you guys see the shit about Chance and his manager? Ex-manager.
Only because you mentioned it, and I just Googled it quickly.
Okay.
So yes, but briefly.
So I follow them both. Like, I don't like... I've said this before. I don't fuck with Chance. I don't like his music. Seems like you said, seems like a lovely guy, but whatever, right? So he's, he's Chance the rapper, and his manager was named Pat the Manager. That's his Twitter handle and everything, right? They came up together. I've watched. There's that episode of there's this YouTube thing called Blueprint by I forgot what it was, but they interview Scooter Braun and people who had done shit for these 30-minute episodes. They're really good. Maybe it's Complex or something, and They did one on Pat the Manager, so I watched it because I knew he did pretty well with Chance. This was before, a year or two ago. So basically, what happened was they fell out in earlier this year or they at least dissolved their relationship. I think it was February, and they never had any contract. They had a handshake deal. So now Pat, the manager, is suing Chance for $3 million in, basically the future earnings that a manager would kind of be entitled to or whatever. So what happened was, you know how he made the whack album called The Big Day last year, which was after his wedding day. So I believe what happened, Chance just, without talking to Pat and without talking to anyone else, he just announced, it was in like early in the year, January or February, and he announced a release date in July for the album. Hadn't started it, hadn't got producers, hadn't done shit. And then Pat was like, what he sees in the news, he's like, what the fuck? Like, just imagine you just come out and just announce, oh no, I don't manage you and stuff, but, you know, just not telling your team, hey, I want to do an album. And then, like, okay, so let's work on it, as opposed to just announcing a release date, right? So he blindsided his team, announced the date, and then was really staunch about it, being like, oh no, we have to do it. And this was at the time he was planning his wedding, so he was getting married at the same time. That's why the album's called The Big Day. And the whole thing is about his marriage and stuff. So they scrambled, put it together in a few months. They said a lot was freestyled, so I don't know what that means. Maybe he just wasn't as thought through with the hooks. I don't imagine he would freestyle verses or anything. But, I mean, maybe he did. So they put it together, super rushed. Pat kept telling him, dude, no. And then they released the album. It was universally trashed after having 3 mixtapes that are like critical successes. Everyone loves them. I don't love them at all, but everybody else seems to love Chance a lot, particularly the acid rap, the coloring book, and whatever the other one was, 10 Days or something. And so they put the album out. They booked a tour, and he canceled the tour in the end because the tickets weren't selling because the album was so fucking trash. He got, like, people were making fun of him. I felt like it really went against his, what's it called? Like, he was always so loved, and now he just went and put this trash out because all of a sudden he was obsessed with it, and it ruined his entire reputation. On top of that, he ruined the reputation of his manager because he was involved in it. So basically, after it failed and they had to cancel the tour, and they just said that it was, like, unforeseen. They bullshit. It was like they said something like unforeseen circumstances, but it was obvious it was the low ticket sales. His dad and his brother got more involved and basically pushed Pat out, and they were making even worse decisions for him. Apparently, I think they were encouraging him to go ahead with all this stuff. And these are 2 guys who have nothing to do with the music industry. They don't know shit. His dad used to work for Rahm Emanuel, who was kind of like that evil mayor of Chicago for a while. So his dad had political contacts and stuff like that. And basically, yeah, at the end, I think they finally ended it early this year. And then now Pat is suing him for that $3 million, I think, for damage to reputation and for money that was probably owed for different things and stuff like that. So pretty shitty situation for him to... And people keep saying, well, you're such a fucking holy man. This is the way you treat your manager. You just sack him. This guy's looked out for you for years and literally built your entire business with him. And then you just fuck him off.
Cheeky.
So I think... yeah, it's an interesting situation, and I don't know. It makes you wonder. I know the music industry is pretty dirty and stuff, but that's like your boy. Like, I'd be pretty fucking hurt if anyone you've been working with closely all of a sudden just switches up. You know, we've all been through something like that before, I'm sure, but like at that scale, with everybody watching, like the world watching, and now everyone's judging. I don't know, man. It's pretty embarrassing, I think, for him. So I don't think he's responded publicly yet. But...
No, I saw it's quite funny. I saw him on Instagram Live with you know that Drewski Too Funny guy. It's that guy who's in the Laugh Now Cry Later video, and he was telling Drake to man up after he was crying.
Oh, that dude.
So he like that guy. He was on IG Live. He's a comedian, and he invited people on for a talent show. And Chance came on, and he goes, "Okay, we need you to rap." And Chance goes, "Okay," and he's about to rap, and he goes. And then Drewski cuts him off live saying, "We don't hear that shit." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he just cut him off straight. It was just like, "We didn't want to hear that," basically. I was like, "Oh, shit."
Yeah, man. I think that's how people hear. Now he's real. Like, no one takes him seriously anymore.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think he's...
No, I never rated him, so I feel even more validated now because Mans is a waste man, obviously. Yeah. But, like, I don't know. I think anybody can do that to someone that you came up with. At least just, like, end it, make it fair. Yeah. I don't know. Equality and make sure everyone's covered is so important because that shit's always going to fucking bite you in the ass. It's always. If you fuck someone, it's coming back to you, guaranteed. So
in your own ass.
Right in your shithole, mate. Right in that Chucky Starfish, another good Aussie one.
Straight in the fucking back door in the freckle bud.
Mate.
Sorry.
Remember that time we were with 60 and Pez and we were going back, it was at Fed Square and we were going back and forth about different names for the shithole. Like, I'll throw it in her shit for like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? I'll squeeze it in her chalkboard, mate, a Chucky chalkboard or something. Like, you know, I remember them just saying, like, just the most insane.
On South Bank near the casino.
No, it was during the day
Where was
at
this?
Fed Square. They were performing at Fed Square. I think
Oh,
GMC
okay,
performed and stuff. There must have been like a little showcase thing, and they
Right.
I remember just talking to them about poo holes for a significant amount of time.
We did talk about poo holes at length for most of our meetings between rapping. It was quite the topic of conversation.
It's very important, you know. I think it needs to be discussed. So, all right, time for running through the music.
All right, jump into something else.
Yeah, man, we're going to the music. Let's
Bing.
do our usual top 5, top 10, whatever we sort of felt like. There was a reasonable amount of music this week, but not a shit ton.
Not a shit ton, eh?
So it was pretty decent. Wasn't in love, but it was good.
It's quite solid.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Real quick is...
I'm going to go first.
Okay, you can go first.
Put it out there.
Real quick, Sean just says, I rated his music, but I know I like things that people don't jive with much. You do. You have the strangest taste of anybody I've ever met, Sean. No shade, but you have the most eclectic taste of anyone I know.
Eclectic. I was going to say, man's
That's
like
a better
1-2 of everything. Still.
Yeah, no, it's super interesting. It's always like you never know. Like, yeah, now we said EDM before. Man's just watching anime, listening to the British shit. It's eclectic as fuck.
Love it.
You're eclectic as fuck.
Not that eclectic, actually. If you're going to compare me to Uncle Sean over here, man, I ain't not
All right,
even
Mr.
close.
Nippy Cock Tease.
God, because you're looking at the thing. That's so good.
I'm just like, fuck, I thought I'd throw it in.
That's a good episode name.
Just do it now.
All right, you're up. Do your face.
We won't keep it. Like I said, I'm throwing it at the wall. Gonna throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks. So I'm just gonna put a disclaimer here. Actually, it's not a disclaimer. I'm skipping all of the Christmas stuff. Don't care. Fuck off. Hate it.
Fair.
Thumbs down. 0 out of 10. Fuck off.
I tried not to put it in here, to be honest. I put one song.
Nah, because I even.
Oh, there was another one. Oh shit.
So bad, kind.
Even the classifieds are good. I didn't listen to it. I forgot.
Just old shit. I can't fucking stand it. Like I just can't.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're right, bro.
Anyway.
Christmas Day, Justin Bieber, Christmas album, all day.
Beautiful.
Tapping.
Yeah. So I mean, shit. I'm just going through the thing. The Lil Wayne and Drake song was on. We
No
talked about
Ceilings
last week
3.
in the exactly like that. The Santino. How you say it?
Santino LaSaint.
Santino. There's a second T in there, mate.
Oh, my bad.
You dildo. So I thought I was fucking it up. Because I'm pretty bad with names, but like, I don't know. Santino LaSaint, that EP was pretty dope.
Yes.
Pretty standard from him so far.
Yes.
Nothing like out of the range, but also all very so dope.
Yes.
I never heard of this artist, ENNY, that did the song with Jorja Smith.
Yeah.
That song was fucking fire.
Yes. I
Um,
don't know if she's
What
a
else?
known
Nothing else
chick or
was-
if she's new, but
I've never heard of it.
yeah.
The Ant Clemons
Yes.
and JT song. I when I searched that, there was like some live version that came out. It was fucking epic.
Oh yeah.
Not epic. It was just really cool. It was just like a live version, and it was special. So that was the first thing I saw of it, and then I watched the thing. So that was sick. There's a couple things I couldn't find, and then the Jeru the Damager single was short.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. That was weird.
Video was all like Minecraft and shit. The Black Thought and Ledisi.
I think it's Ledisi, but I don't.
Ledisi?
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
American Heartbreak, because that was from a score of a movie.
Yes, it was.
That was pretty cool. Good bars in there. Black Thought's the fucking goat.
Yep.
Tough. I've listened to the what was the extra tracks on the Busta Rhymes Deluxe?
Dan was saying that we were talking about it before. He said there was like four songs.
Extra tracks.
I didn't
Check
even.
it out now.
Yeah.
I couldn't sniff that out.
Same. I couldn't be fucked comparing.
The Your Old Droog stuff was okay. Occasional good bars, boring beats, boring shit mixing, boring. And then, fuck, it was okay. Like it was. I skipped and listened to a lot more of the other music, so it was okay. But it was just, and then that's it.
That's it for you. Good list.
That's it.
No, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, no.
Sean just said Pop Boy by Stormzy and H, even though it's hella old. Recently heard it. Yeah, it was off the Heavy as the Head album. It was good. Sean sent it to me the other day, and I was like, I had forgotten because I hadn't heard the album for a while. I was like, yeah, it's
classic. Yeah, it's a great album.
It's fucking brilliant.
Sick album.
Dan, mate, you're up.
Before I go,
do it. Yes.
he released songs Caesar Remix with
Okay.
MOP and CJ. I don't know who they are.
Okay.
Followed the Wave with Flip Mode Squad, Rampage, something, and I don't know who else is it. And Digga and Spliffstar.
Yeah.
No clue
That's
who
the
the else
first
is.
mode counts.
Oh, okay.
They're all...
Blow a Million Racks and
Okay.
a song called Hey You featuring Trillion.
Okay.
They were okay.
And they were all at the end?
All at the end.
That's so lazy.
All of them at the end. But like it wasn't.
But it was always like 10,000 tracks on it anyway, so it was like it needed much more.
It was like
It was like,
didn't
of all
need
albums to do a deluxe, it was fucking...
You didn't need it.
album
It's
that
got
had
30
how
tracks
many-
now.
Right.
So
Yeah, that one's it was busy.
it didn't need it because the actual, is it an EP or is it an album?
No, it's a fucking album, bro.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
yeah. The actual
Catch me
album
now.
is actually sick.
Flip it
like
now.
it's a sick album, but it didn't need
Yeah.
those 4 extra songs.
The answer to your question, Nosh, was the last 4 songs on
The last 4
Busta
songs.
Rhymes thing were the bonus tracks.
Oh, the deluxe. Okay, so I have to skip. Yeah, so I missed it. I need to get back to that because that was a good album.
Same, yeah.
Mm.
I didn't do it because
Pretty
they don't
cute, yeah.
always do that. Like they mix them in, which I like. It makes it this new piece of art. But the like slapping it at the end, I just wouldn't have expected, and would have made it easier to check it. To be
It was
honest.
easy,
I should have checked and looked into it more. But
Yeah,
okay,
it wasn't that special. Yeah.
okay. Cool.
My top ones out of all the list. Yeah, to be fair, I bangs with Christmas music, but the ones in here they weren't really my thing. So they weren't really my thing.
You do?
Yeah, I actually,
You do bangs with
I
Christmas music?
bangs with Christmas
Yo.
music. It is lit.
You
I
were-
don't
Jingle
care.
all the way,
All
fam?
the
Come
way,
on.
bro.
All the time. Last week, sorry to interrupt that. Tinashe dropped one called, she dropped the EP.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
listened to that like the day after the podcast, and it's sick. The
Sick,
first song
yeah.
is fucking
Mhm.
like not even no, it's cool. It's fucking
It's
sick,
sick, yeah.
Get outta here.
Bro, it's
so
like-
good.
some corny ass Christmas song, but it's a trap beat, and she does her own verses and just keeps whatever the name is for the hook. It doesn't sound like a Christmas song. It was
As long as there's
so
no corny
impressive.
lyrics, I'm here for it. Because like, there's rarely a Christmas song that's done good that I can actually like as the kids say, bangs with. I don't. Oh, man, show me one that's fucking fire bombs. Like I can't even.
We'll listen to all of them Christmas Day.
Don't
You'll
worry
see
about it.
You'll see it.
Fucking hell.
You don't have
I'm
a
gonna
choice.
bring
man.
the strongest weed I have.
Do it.
My top songs. Digga D, Daily Duppy. That was sick. I thought he did like a part 1 and part 2. Both were like really good.
Nice.
Let me read through all this. Britney Spears. Don't even know why I listened to that song.
I just put it on there for lols.
I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have actually listened to it. I was like, why?
Sometimes I got a little
I saw it, I was
Easter
like,
eggs in
nah,
there for you
sorry.
boys
Yeah.
to see if you'll do it.
Lil Wayne, Drake, BB King freestyle. I thought that was one of the best songs in the actual No
by
Ceilings
far.
3. It was really. I really like Drake's verse as well. It was sick.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
Santino, Le Saint Red Pill. I think it's
Yeah.
sick EP. It's better than Blue Pill in my opinion. I think less
Yeah.
songs.
No, because they did a deluxe.
Oh, they did
of
deluxe.
Blue
That's
Pill.
why. Yeah, this Red Pill thing.
They'll
is
probably
hard.
do a deluxe of that too, maybe before the year's out.
They probably
will
will.
have it. Why not, right? He released so much music this
He
year.
released a lot, yeah. But yeah, that's sick. It's obviously his sort of vibe, so it's
Yeah.
exactly what you'd expect. ENNY and Jorja Smith paying Black Girls remix. I feel sick. Jorja Smith is obviously amazing.
Yep.
Can't ever fault her.
Never.
Quite disappointed with the Kaytranada song and the song with Black.
It was weird.
The song with Black was quite shit. I just didn't like.
Mm.
I don't know. I just didn't think it was that good.
Yeah.
Goldlink was shit again. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know
with
why I
him.
listened to
I
that.
don't know
either.
why.
Yeah, he's cancelled. Fuck that cunt. I skipped him on purpose. He's also in the category of like I hate Christmas music. Goldlink is like just
In that
okay.
category. But why is he making
he's
songs which is like he distorts his voice on purpose and it sounds like he's too close to the microphone on purpose?
It's weird.
Why? I don't know.
The whole
That sounds like I'm gonna have mad problems listening to it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
definitely
you won't
staying
like
away.
it at all.
It's not, and he's a wanker, and everyone knows he's
Yeah.
a wanker. So
And he's a wanker. It's
Yeah.
like never works.
no,
Is it Yuna? Dance Like Nobody's
Yeah.
Watching? I thought it was a sick
Yuna.
song.
Great.
I listened to it while I was doing laundry.
Yeah.
Sick. Liked
Yuna's
it.
dope.
Liked it.
Yeah.
Realm McCoy,
Yeah.
No More Soda EP. Sick. Bangs with that heavy. It was really good.
That's the homie. We could get him on.
Oh, really? I thought it was
killed
sick.
in a
Sick
couple
EP.
times.
Amazing.
He's the man.
Black Thought, Can't Do Any Wrong, but I think it's a song from a TV show.
Yeah, TV show or a movie or something. I think it's a movie. No, saying.
Oh, it was good. He's just sick. Like he never ever puts foot wrong. Your Old Droog, I thought that was a sick like LP. I thought it was actually sick. Like I thought it was Nas rapping, and like I was listening to it in the shower, and I was like, is this Nas? I don't remember Nas being on the list. But then I listened to it, I was like, oh, it's Your Old Droog. I never heard of him.
Interesting.
Like I never ever
When he
heard
first came out, that was the thing.
The conspiracy theory.
Everyone thought it was like Nas pitched down or some shit.
Yeah,
it sounds so similar to Nas. It's scary.
Yeah,
like it's
crazy scary.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't. When he first came out, for sure.
Yeah, he's toned it down.
When he first came out, it sounded like Ghostface.
Yeah, I bet he changed his voice too.
It's interesting.
I bet Jeru probably changed his voice up a bit because he's probably tired of it.
Probably.
Yeah.
But maybe because I haven't listened to Nas in so long, it's just like, it's nice.
It's pretty similar, man.
Yeah. It was similar. I was literally listening to it, like, generally thinking, is this like Nas? I don't remember Nas being on the list, and then I was like, oh shit, I've never heard this artist, but I banged to it. It was good. It was good. That Eminem guy had a couple good songs in that album. Some of them were annoying, sort of like TikTok, Twitter, fucking annoying songs.
That's a shame.
It's just like kid songs, you know.
If you're saying it's kid music, then it's like
you see on TikTok and it's like I can't listen to it.
Yeah.
Must be for infants.
For infants, mate.
Seriously, that's just really funny to me. If you're calling it kid music, that is hilarious. Someone, real quick, I saw there's an interlude on Static Selector, I think.
Oh yeah.
And then this dude at the end is like, man, just turn off your fucking like kitty. Like, he mentioned some turn off that. You remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember.
He's like, man, I want some grown man rap. I want someone to do push-ups too. Like, but he was like, however he described it. I forgot the name exactly how he used it, but I forgot to mention it last podcast. But it was it stuck in my head. Then for like 3 days, I kept thinking about it because it was so perfect. Because that's what it is. A lot of this trap, like Uzi Vert, Yachty stuff is like children's or like
that's children's
music.
Yeah,
it feels like a child is made for children. It's so funny, like how that's a thing. And then now, I wonder if we align on what's children's music.
I think we do somewhat now because it's like as soon as I hear a song on TikTok, I can't listen to it normally. There's no as good as what's his name, Jack Harlow.
Yep.
He released a couple good songs. As soon as one of them went to TikTok, I was like,
which one
shit.
Was it? What's Poppin'?
What's Poppin'?
Yeah,
and that's not even a bad song, but it went to TikTok, and I was like,
everyone's doing.
I can't listen to it. It's like I can just imagine them doing the thing like.
Man.
Nah.
There's nothing I hate more than TikTok dances.
But he released another good song, that Tyler Sign.
Oh yeah, the
basketball
player guy name.
Anyway, that what's this guy's name? AZ or AZ? AZ. Weird. We have a rapper in Monkey's called AZ. But AZ released a song called Different, which was pretty sick. Like I kind of thought it was decent. Never heard of him, but
I didn't check that. I didn't check.
No, I don't know who he is.
He's early 90s rapper. He's best. One of the greatest hip hop verses of all time is his verse on "Life's a Bitch" on Nas Illmatic. From
shit!
That's a fact.
Like I feel like every hip hop head should be able to.
Member?
Yeah, he's in the Firm, which is Dre. It was Nas, AZ. Original was Foxy Brown and Cormega, and then I think Cormega left for Nature. But yeah, he is a triple OG. Is what the verse of "Life's a Bitch" for hip hop heads is what everyone already knows. But I feel like it's like same as Prodigy's verse on like Shook Ones. I feel like if you're a hip hop head, like you know those verses word for word.
Okay.
Like, there's no way you could call yourself a rap fan and not know those ones. But yeah, that's so it's interesting to hear him rap. He doesn't really put much stuff out.
Yeah, I can imagine he does.
Sounds good,
but it was good. Yeah. I liked it. It was really good. And the last one I put on my list is Jammer and JME Ain't the Same. And I thought it was sick because seeing JME release music. Jamie obviously being Skepta's little brother, he releases like proper actual grimy songs. It's sick, real sick.
Nice.
And Jammer, they're all in like a collective called BBK, Boy Better Know. And Jammer, JME are all in that, and it was 16 and released a song together because I don't think they've done that since like 2010 or something. So,
fuck.
So yeah, they just stopped making music together for like a while, and it's just good to see them together in it.
That's dope. I like that.
Sick. But yeah, that's my
nice.
I don't know, was that 10? 8,
yeah, 9, about 10. I feel like
this
is just such a nicer way to do this. We're only talking about shit we like.
It nice and casual. Yeah. I don't want to listen to Britney.
I'll be brief because y'all pretty much covered everything. I really like the Wayne and Drake song. The Santino Estate EP is exactly no, she said. Nothing left to feel for him, but it's perfect. He's great.
Still fire.
Yeah, super fire. I didn't mind the Robert Glasper, her, Meshell, Ndegeocello, and Kaytranada song. It was okay. It was a little more bickies, like dance, than I thought it was going to be. Because that lineup on paper, the lineup on paper is really good. But yeah, I didn't come out what I thought it would be. The Ant Clemons and JT. So Ant Clemons is a dude who worked with Kanye a lot. So he hasn't been... he did. I know him because my friend Cam sends me all the leaks from all all the albums that never got released. And Clemons is the dude on all of the... You know how every album he has someone he works with a fuck ton. It used to be John Legend, and it was Kid Cudi for a bit, and this is and then Travis Scott for a while, and then now it's this guy Ant Clemons who's the main cast, aside from Sci-Hi writing everyone's raps. So yeah, that was cool to hear those two do a song. I love that. Shouts to the homie Clarity with the single that's Somebody Fucking Up with Boney Washington. That was a cool little. I like Clarity's channeling all his political frustrations onto these songs. It's great. I appreciate it.
That's what's up.
Yep. Shouts to Myer. Yuna as well. Downside Nobody's Watching was a slapper. This is a weird one I put in here, but Laura Marling is a British singer-songwriter who's I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah,
mainly her first album, and she did this thing called the Lockdown Sessions.
I didn't see this one either.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if you fuck with her early shit, but it was.
This is one of the ones I couldn't find.
It probably is maybe just the Spotify thing because it's the Lockdown Sessions. It might have just been a thing. I don't know. But it's cool. Reminded me of her own stuff. Just her singing over a guitar. It's like you would have been like, "What the fuck is this? Why is it here?" It's completely out of thing, but it just comes up in my algorithm, and I thought it was dope. Rel, No More Soda EP, classic relic. Black Thought, obviously that was fire. And I like the Euro Droog stuff as well, particularly because he had Fonte on the track. I really enjoyed that he had that. The beats don't really grab me too much. They're like when Griselda gets boring. But it was I like the bars. I like to be rapping in Russian. It was just interesting. Yeah, of course. And then the AZ joint. So,
yeah, the fact that he was rapping in Russian was cool.
Yeah, right. I like that. Ooh.
But it was definitely the grimy element. It's 10 out of 10. It's way more grimy than fucking Alchemist can get.
Yeah.
For example, there was a super grime fest. You get a good visual from how grimy the audio is, and I enjoy that. But that's what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to diss it before. It was just it wasn't an amazing listen as far as crazy production, but
No. I would have liked
it's made that way on purpose. It's made dirt and grime and street for a reason.
Yeah.
To suit the everything, the cinematic sound, the weirdness. It's good fun.
I'm not sure who produced it, but yes, I absolutely agree. It's definitely what he was going for. It's not really any of our bags, but I enjoyed it. I don't think I'd listen to it again, but it's fun. It's fun to hear good rappers rap well,
That's it.
And Sean says, Christmas music dookie. If I got to listen to it, I'll listen to Caribbean Christmas style music. I don't think I've even heard that. I guess it's probably just reggae.
I definitely give it a shot, but also Christmas music period. I'm a thumbs down.
They can get the balls.
I quite like Christmas music.
I'm quick to get
Justin Bieber. Oh, you can listen to Biebs all day, don't worry, but we'll do that.
I'm happy.
Oh, Biebs.
Oh, yeah. So that's about it, boys. Is there anything else, or we wrap her up?
Wrap her up.
I'm trying to stick it out. So, mate, this has been great. How do we do this? Usually, Nosh, where can everyone find you online?
Everyone can find me at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you're on Instagram and you follow me, some cheeky cunt is trying to take my identity and copy my shit. So if you get a DM from me from any other handle with my photo or information, tell him to get fucked and report him, and then tell him to get fucked again, and then have a nice day. And so Twitter, Facebook, Instagram for at Notion Baby, at Ill Note Studios for fucking Instagram and Facebook, illnotestudios.com, production, mixing, mastering, holla at your boy. What about you, Uncle Dan?
Twitter, why do I keep saying fuck Facebook?
Get used to it.
Fuck Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, I Dan Johnson. And I have a gaming thing on Instagram, HTFGXNMyNG, and I posted there today, so go check that shit out, innit? And see you.
Well, you can get me at CWFOR on Twitter and Instagram. And y'all, if you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe bell, hit the notification bell.
Ding.
So you know when the new episodes drop. And on music videos, you never know. We're doing all sorts of stuff. Follow us on social media at The Movement Fam everywhere. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. We're going to take off from just before Christmas, whatever the last Monday is before Christmas. And then we'll be back in January. We're going to take a couple of weeks off because, we're going pretty hard this year. Also, Tiff says reggae Christmas music is list. And then she's like, whoa, relax, Dan. Why are you relaxing?
Relax, what did I even say?
I'm not sure. That's the only problem with the delays. Either way, you need to relax. Tiffany's angry at you.
Yeah, just turn it back a notch, mate.
Yeah,
obviously,
you're upsetting your cousin, mate.
He's telling
Jesus
you to
Christ.
calm her down.
Have some respect. Fucking hell.
Back off the throttle there, fam.
Yeah, just pull it back a bit, can you?
It's the kids,
fucking
man.
No.
You can't hear. You're in my. You come in my. I can't even
Capitals
joke
too,
with CJ.
like full cap.
Right?
Full cap.
I just laughing, shaving down as well. Yeah, what are the people say? Like, I'll let you in me house, right? You come in me fucking house, right? And you come in here and you're disrespecting your cousin like that, mate. What do you got to say for yourself, Daniel?
I'm embarrassed. Don't cancel me.
Okay, don't cancel down.
You're a bloody disgrace, aren't you?
Bloody disgrace.
Bloody disgrace. Go and sit in the corner.
Just out of here. Look, I'm going to let this go, mates. We'll
Go
see you on Monday.
Next some VBs.
Oh, mate, like fucking long neck VB. Oh, do you know what I bought, Nosh? You don't.
What, mate?
So Theo, shouts to Theory, he sent me this. He always sends me VB stuff.
Love.
So I got VB cologne. Did I tell you I got VB cologne?
Yeah. No, I saw because Mum told us about the cologne. She's like,
no, Theo told me
things. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh nah, it's sold out. Hey, that was ages ago.
Yeah, so I got
What else did you get?
VB shoes.
Piss off.
From the Dunlop Volleys.
Fuck off, cunt.
Fuck it, yes, cunt. But they're going to Australia, so I don't know. I'll see if Mum will send it to me.
Piss off.
They were like $70.
Funny.
I was just like, oh fuck, I've got to do it.
If you don't wear them in a video clip, you're a shit cunt.
As long as I'm definitely not gonna like put them on a shelf or anything, but I'm definitely gonna rock them, Dara, because it's funny.
Just like wear them for photo shoots and video clips and stunting on these hoes.
They're not even ready. So speaking of that, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Not even fucking ready.
They're not. We'll see you on the next episode, y'all. Peace.
Catch you, cunt.
Peace.
Thumbnail.
Oh shit! Quickly.
Take one.
Burn.
Yeah.